What would you do if someone literally stole your legs just to prove you were faking a disability? I have a severe nervous system disorder. My body basically short circuits if I stay upright, so I rely on a custom wheelchair. I can physically stand up, but only for about 10 seconds before I pass out. My older brother Jake is my absolute rock. He carried me out of the hospital when I first got diagnosed. So when Jake was marrying his fiancée Mia, I was honestly just thrilled to be his best man. The wedding was at this massive, sprawling botanical garden. Beautiful, but huge. Mia's mom, Brenda, was low-key a nightmare. She was obsessed with aesthetics and kept glaring at my wheelchair during the family photos. During the reception, I was at the dessert table and briefly stood up just to reach a napkin. I caught Brenda staring at me from across the room. She had this vicious, knowing smirk on her face. That's when I realized she thought I was faking the whole thing. An hour later, I rolled to the restroom, which was way down this long, isolated stone corridor. I parked right outside the accessible stall, grabbed the handrails, and transferred inside. Yeah, that was a massive mistake. Suddenly, I heard the main door creak open. Then, the distinct squeak of my wheelchair tires rolling backward. I froze. Hey, I need that. Brenda's voice echoed off the tiles. You can walk perfectly fine, you attention-seeking brat. Let's see how long you keep up this little act when you actually have to try. But that wasn't even the worst part. She didn't just walk away. She slammed the heavy wooden door shut, locking me inside that hallway. I tried to walk to the door. I made it exactly 3 steps before my vision completely blacked out, and I collapsed hard onto the cold tile. I laid there for 40 minutes. My heart rate was screaming at 190. I was completely alone, dizzy, and honestly terrified. Finally, the door burst open. It was Jake. He saw me curled on the floor, completely pale, and he didn't even ask what happened. His face just dropped. He scooped me up, carried me straight back into the main ballroom, and signaled the DJ to cut the music. Jake walked right up to Brenda, who was sipping a martini like nothing happened. His voice was shaking with pure rage. "Where is his chair?" Brenda rolled her eyes and laughed. "Oh, please, I was just exposing him. He was standing up earlier." Jake cut her off. "His brain doesn't pump blood to his heart, you absolute psycho. If he walks, he faints." The entire room went dead silent. Mia looked at her mother in pure disgust. She calmly took the martini glass right out of Brenda's hand and poured it directly over her mom's expensive silk dress. "Get out of my wedding," Mia whispered. Brenda panicked. She stumbled backward, slipped on her own spilled drink, and face-planted directly into a table of stacked wedding favors. Security had to physically drag her out by her arms. And Jake? He found my chair stuffed inside a locked janitor's closet 10 minutes later.